guys, I hope you're doing amazing and have had a profitable week so far. I wanted to put out a quick EU breakdown. I put an Insta story up and a lot of you guys wanted to see this, so I just decided to record it. It didn't really play out yet until my take profit, but I did secure a nice 1 to 25, I think it was, so that was really nice. But let's start from the 4 hour. Of course, inflation is going up a lot, everything is like crazy for the US economy, as I said, like in the last few weeks. But the most important thing is that we came to the 1.0 level, which I didn't really think would happen, but it did. So our economy is basically done. 1 euro equals to $1, so that's really crazy. But when it comes to forex trading, I saw this as a really good opportunity, because if we saw rejection from the 1 level, which is a big level, we could potentially take some pullback buys. So initially my plan was, because I saw this nice reaction when we first touched the zone, you can see we created a lot of bullish structure then. My target for the 4 hour was this high right here, because we have this liquidity, and that's the zone that's probably gonna go next, 1.025. So I knew that we had a lot of news coming this week, including CPI, which was yesterday. So that was an additional confluence. Just waited for the news to happen to see what will go on. So if we go back a little bit, you can see how 1 hour structure made like a change of character, kind of turned into a bullish order flow. Then we had a nice reaction, and here this is actually where I took my first buy of the day, just because we had this liquidity and then had this extreme week right here, which was actually on the 15-minute. If we take a look, just this week right here, I chose that week for my first trade, because I chose that area as my first entry, just because this is where price pushed and made a new higher high. So kind of made sense for price to return there and potentially give a nice reaction. So price came in really aggressive at London Open, which was an added confluence, and then I just watched the smaller time frames to see confluence. First of all, we built liquidity right here. We had an extreme zone on the seconds, which I marked, which was right around this area. I'm not gonna go back again, but that was the area, and then I just watched the seconds time frame to get an entry. Entry was around here somewhere, I think. Stop loss was like 3 pips, 2.5 pips, something like that. For my take profit, I just took profits after this big push, because it was like 1 to 10, 1 to 12. I always take profits at the 1 to 10, just something, so I don't work for nothing basically. But that was a really nice trade. I let it run like the rest of the 50%, but then I knew CPI news were about to come and we could potentially see a big move. Of course, I was expecting price to continue bullish. You can see right exactly before the news came in, we had a huge push to the upside, and this is the moment where I closed my remaining trade, just because I knew that they have to push up for a reason, right? And when I saw it reject down, I just knew price was gonna dump with news, so I was not gonna take any more buys. And I was marking like we have this liquidity right here, and then we have like the extreme zone this week right here, which is right at the 1 level. And as you probably know, like in the last few months, price just loves to take liquidity. So if we have like a level which is 1.0, which is a big level where people buy from, there's a high possibility that price will spike under that level before reversing. So that's what I kind of was waiting for, like a really good confluence, just see those stop losses being taken, those liquidity being taken, and then potentially spotting a reversal. So here is like how big and how fast price came in, and it came right at that extreme right there, which in a huge 1 minute candle, right into the extreme there. Of course, I didn't really execute from there yet. I think I took an entry around here after I saw this charge on the 5-second, and then maybe a potential push up, because I do use the 5-second time frame, where when price just comes really aggressive, especially with news, it can allow you to get nice entries. But I took an entry, I think I got break even, and this is where I actually entered again. I saw price coming down. It took that that low, that 1.0 level, just dipped like a few points under, and that's when I just watched the reaction, and this was the insane reaction. So honestly, because I have some kind of experience and I'm trading a really big account, I just kind of stacked positions when price started going under the 1.0 level and above. So that's how I managed to take the entries around somewhere. It put me really bad, put me right when price started to move up, but it was still a nice entry because it went immediately in profit. My thinking about this was, all right, we're at the 1.0 level. We had this 5-second charge, and then we have a potential entry area right there. So I kind of just took some positions with a lower risk, and then just watching the play unfold. If price was gonna close below the 1.0 level, I'll probably just close the trade manually, like 5-10 pips loss. But for me, it was really worth it. This just comes with experience, so when you need to understand how the market works. So price just exploded, and then I just kind of waited to see if I can get another entry, which I kind of got around here on the 5-second. When this retest happened, I just took another like position here. Stop loss was like 7 pips just above that, and I just let price unfold. And as you probably know, here was just break even. So this was a better entry. It's on the 5-second because the price was so volatile, price was moving so fast, so I had to catch the entry. So that's why I go on the 5-second. So I'm just watching structure. I can't really go in depth because this is explained in our mentorship, but this was my entry, basically just basic structure. I saw it reject and I just got in. 7 pip stop loss, which is a little big, that doesn't matter. My initial position was around, let me watch, the MT5. So my position was 0052, which it got me in about this point right here, 5.2, and then stop loss. I immediately break even because it just went, but my initial stop loss was just below this low, which was like 7 pips, something like that. This is the second position I took on my other account. I think it was around here on my personal account. This is the second position I took on my other account. I think this was on the funded account, if I'm not mistaken. So I just was letting it run. For targets, I was targeting, my first target was that 15-minute high, just around here, to kind of close the wick, and then see from there what happens, which did bring me a lot of profits, 1 to 13, and the second one was like 1 to 12, which is really nice. Trading a bigger account, trading a 600k account, it's a lot of money. Risking like 0.5%, it's more than enough for a week, for a month even. So basically, that's what happened. Price did, I think, manage to do a retrace, right there. So that was the second time I entered on the on this account, because I got stopped out at break even. So my second entry was, let me see, was somewhere, because I just marked this 1 minute candle right there, and just going on smaller time frames, again the seconds, because it's really volatile. If you understand how the seconds work, you can have some nice trades. We had liquidity being built up, so I was just watching constantly the markets because I did not want to miss the move, and we had like this huge imbalance right there, just where price could return to and basically fill it. So just watching the 5-second reaction just gave me the entry right here. Just a small insight of what we do. We had a charge, we had the entry range, really basic setup that we teach, really nice to catch, 3 pip stop loss, and just let it ride. So that was the second attempt on the other account. First account was running really nice. Usually on my personal account, I don't usually run a stop loss just because I'm really confident in plays like this, but I try to place it just in case something happens. So price retested the entry a couple of times, just gave a lot more entries. Price did stay here for a while, that's why I didn't really move my stop loss. I just kept it under that wick because I knew price was gonna just this is what EU does usually when it's preparing for a big move. It just wicks up, down, wicks up, wicks down, wicks up, wicks down, breaks structure, then comes back again. This is what it did for like 1 hour. So I was just had my initial stop loss, I was waiting patiently, and then my alert sounded, and when price got there, I just, that's like a 1 to 30 on my MFFA account. So when price got there, I closed like 80% because it's a huge RR. As for my target, if you are in the Discord, you probably know that I wanted to actually target that 4 hour zone right here. I still think it's gonna go there, but price did decide to kind of come back, which is perfectly fine because I'm looking for other entries today to potentially have a nice run again to the upside. I did enter a few positions on my personal account just because I'm using smaller lots, no stop losses. So I did enter some positions because it's a really good price to basically dollar cost average into EU. I know it sounds stupid, but where can you go? So I did take some positions there. I'm waiting to see London Open what happens in order to potentially take another setup to the upside. But that's about it for this video, guys. I'm trying to upload it before London, so if you see it, you know my plan, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the free Discord.